Hi guys.
I'm excited to be an analyst YouTube channel.
Business was struggling, there was a lot less patronage. I thought of the best way to survive and keep the business going, keep the income flowing. Entrepreneurship is definitely not for everybody. I started using my skills to make money way back as 2005, I think. I was still a kid. Today we're doing a day in the life vlog, and I just want to take you guys with me today to see how a typical day for me goes. I'm heading straight to the office, JoyBrand, and from there I'm just gonna check on things. My BAs, they're waiting, and from there I am going to go see a client at Burning Power, so you guys should tag along. So this is the first time I'm gonna video like this, raw and unfiltered. I really don't know what to say or show you guys, but I'll just try my best to keep it as real and as natural as possible. I don't have a lot of things packed for today, but then whatever the case is, I'm just going to try to give you guys something interesting, entertaining, and hopefully, and for me too as well. So I know the audio was terrible earlier. My apologies for that. And we are just now approaching the Supreme Quincy Arts and Culture Center, and this is where my office is. Inside this complex that we see just ahead, I'm going to show you a little bit more of it, but I wish I had a drone to kind of like show you this environment. At least that would be ideal. I really don't know what is wrong with Abuja drivers and beating traffic. They have little respect for driving regulations or traffic rules. Right, so this used to be the former UTC. Everybody in Abuja knows UTC, but then it was demolished, and every one of us that had an office here eventually had to kind of like move to neighboring plazas and complexes, so that gave rise and patronage to a lot of other complexes. But anyways, this is what it has become. This road was way less congested than it is now. It's raining, I can't pull down the glasses for you to see, but there are like people selling everywhere. This is the entrance to the Supreme Quincy Arts and Culture Center, which is where my office is. And you can see the building right there. There's like a whole art gallery and halls inside there, and then you have the small shops around. This was a development from about 3 years ago when we had to find alternatives to places to come. So you find a lot of printing, creative and art related businesses here. So we have printers, graphic designers, we have you can see this, anything printing, art, press, you'll find a little bit of that. You'll find it here. I wish I could take you to the art section, but I haven't even been there myself. So you can see a little sign on the wall that says clay print. Unfortunately, we have the not so attractive part of the building, so let me just park properly. All right, so I am here, and if you look at the first 1, 2, 3, the first 3 offices is clay print. There was actually a particular time when the business was struggling. There was a lot less patronage than we started with or that we anticipated. Reason being that this place is like far back inside, and you'd notice there are a lot of offices and shops doing exactly what we're doing, a lot of businesses doing exactly what we're doing. And before anyone actually goes through that painstaking journey to walk up all the way to the back of this big building, they probably just branch one of the other businesses and patronize them. Okay, so I thought of the best way to survive and keep the business going, keep the income flowing. I decided to kind of like let go of 2 of the offices that we had. That actually helps us cover overheads and stay afloat. And then we're using one part of it. So I'm going to take you in now to see the inside. It's not looking pretty at the moment, but I'm going to show you. So welcome to Clay Prints. This is where we are doing all of the printing magic for now, right? So we have some of the machines here. This is Bishop, by the way. Bishop is my assistant. So it's not looking pretty as it used to, but we had to optimize to increase our profitability. This is the doorway that leads to the former reception, which is now just temporarily blocked. This is the convenience, and this is just stopped. So we're heading now to Square Park to deliver 2 frames to a customer, and this is just a favor. I'm not getting paid for this. So I'm just trying to do some very nice customer service here. Okay. All right. I think one of the decisions that I made that seemed irrational was actually when I decided to do business and not find a job, right? Most people ideally would be a little bit more comfortable with having a job, job security, and then eventually having something on the side as a business. They believe you'd be more comfortable and more like you'll be able to sustain yourself better that way. However, for me, I just kind of like had a strong belief towards just doing the business as it is without falling back to, and I had a big problem. I had a very huge problem with being bossed around, with someone having to control me and my time and the things that I do. So it did not even allow me for a second to consider actually getting a job. Right after my COS program, during my COS program, it was a 4 months period that I spent at an IT company here in Abuja. So I got all the experience that I felt that I could have gotten, or I would have gotten, even 2 years in the corporate service. So that would be one of the most irrational things that at least my parents and immediate relatives think that I have done. It depends. Entrepreneurship is definitely not for everybody, and is certainly for people that are strong-willed, people that know that, they have to consistently keep trying, keep pushing, even when things are not working. At some point, you will eventually get it right. So that is the one thing.
Wondering that you're not placing much enough emphasis on capital.
Capital wasn't really a bother for me, in the sense that I did not just wake up one day and say, I have some huge amount of money and I want to use it to do like this business. I didn't start that way. I started using my skills to make money, and I started this way back as 2005, I think. I was still a kid, but I was skillful enough, knew 1 or 2 things to do for some certain kind of people, and they can tip me off and give me maybe 100 naira, 50 naira at that time, as the case may be. So capital was never really a barrier for me. I didn't think of what I was doing in terms of I needed big money to make money. No, I was thinking of it from the point of I have a skill that I can monetize. It's literally the same thing that happens when you're working for someone. You have a skill and they pay you for it. So I just wasn't ready to do that for somebody. I was doing it for myself. So capital was never really a barrier. However, at some point, when I needed to get serious, when I needed to scale what I was doing, I needed to build some systems, and that system involved me having a little bit of cash to set up one or two things, so that's it.
Someone that wants to become a very, very big entrepreneur also, listening to people at the front, like different podcasts, different motivation, it gives the same things. Like one person now can come up and say, to start a business requires careful planning. The next one you're seeing requires aggressive adaptation as the process comes up. So now, these are two very contradictory advice or motivation.
There are two different personalities, and they can equally both be successful in business. However, I think there's wisdom in mixing the best of both worlds, right? So you can become calculated, careful, and at the same time you can be aggressive. You can really, really be aggressive, because speed matters in business. And then some people are just so passionate about what they do that they don't care the consequences. They don't think too far. Personally, I think I am a little bit of both. I think a lot before I execute. While I am thinking, I am not executing. So I don't think as I go. No, I hardly do that. Not that I don't do it at all, but I hardly do that. I must have had a very long period of thinking and carefully considering the options, the consequences, listening, discussing with people, sharing my ideas, listening to their opinions about my idea before I take action. But action is the most important part of it. The thinking, great, but action is the most important part of it, because that's where you really get to move. If you plan for 200 years, if you do not act, whatever ideas you have, whatever thing you have inside of you, whatever your passion is, it is dead on arrival. So yeah, become careful and calculated, and at the same time you must be aggressive, because if you're not, you don't have the monopoly of the ideas that you have. You don't have the monopoly of the talents that you have. So if you do not do it as soon and as fast as possible, someone else will do it for you.
Exactly. That's now the thing. Your last few points, but I'm going to, from what I understand, it's clear that you don't think as people. You think before you go, or before you take action.
Yeah.
First of all, let's ask you, don't you think that slows you down in it? Because ideas are not trademarked. Exactly. You now said that people could actually go do the thing you've always been thinking.
Yeah.
So why don't you think it would have been better if immediately you got the thoughts, you just did it as bad as you could, and then now implement the thinking phase and do the correction and perfection along the line.
So I get what you're saying, and I believe that at the end of the day, this is why I said mixing the best of both worlds. The truth is that even while you're thinking, you are doing. I am naturally a doer. So the thinking process is very, very important as well. It is very, very important, because it sets you up. It's like when you're built, it's like fueling, it's like the period whereby you're fueling up. You're filling up your tank. Your tank was empty. You're now fueling up. Fueling up is the idea, ruminating over it, planning carefully. I want to start something. Before you move the vehicle, you need that gas, you need that fuel to power you. So thinking on its own is doing. It is not just, I'm not doing anything. No, I'm planning, I'm collecting all the information that I need. I am interviewing people, checking the viability of my idea, trying to see where I can source funds to execute it, trying to see the people that can come aboard my team, thinking about the business name or the name for the idea, There are lots of things involved in business generally. So thinking is equally important as acting. However, think for 100 years with no action is zero. But you can as well act and think and evolve. I am also a strong believer about the fact that every idea evolves. The evolution of ideas from what it was in the beginning stage to where it eventually gets to. You can always have evolution of ideas. They will keep changing, things will change, and as things are changing, your ideas should also be evolving. All right, so we are here and I'm meeting this client for the first time. I don't know what to expect. We're definitely not going to be getting her on camera, but let's just go deliver. So I actually have about 90% of my clients here in Gwarimpa. Most of my clients are here. Those ones that stress me the most, this is where I have them. All right, so after going to see my client at Gwarimpa, I got back to the office and I was a little bit bored. So I came to see Joy. Meet Joy.
Hi
Joy.
everyone. My name is Joy. I'm very happy to see Hamza today because I haven't seen Hamza in a long time. So thank you.
All right, so Joy she has a business called JoyBrand, and she does a lot of coaching and training for professionals. So we'll be diving more into that in another video, hopefully. So right now I'm going into her office. I've not been here before, so it's going to be my first time in her office, and she's super excited, you can tell. All right, let's go.
Hi guys.
You don't have the mic. You want to say something?
Welcome to Have Us YouTube. Hi guys. I'm excited to be on Hamza's YouTube channel.
You're going to tell us what you do in your office here.
Okay. I'm glad to share.
Okay, that's cool. Okay.
Sweet admin.
After ma.
Welcome to my afternoon.
Wow.
This is where I manage.
You are such a nice
Thank you. Please sit down.
Thank you.
What would you like? What?
I would like to have
tea.
cappuccino
Okay. How do you like it?
or double espresso. I don't want this one.
Okay. Just give me a minute. Let me call.
I want you to tell my viewers about yourself.
Right. Hello everyone. I should talk about myself. Is it not ironical that I recruit and I've been doing interviews for say in like the last 6 years, but I find it a lot to answer the question, tell me about yourself. If I would simply put, I would describe Joy as someone who's very energetic, very loving, loves people, and is really interested in seeing people be the best versions of themselves. So to simply put, for my friends, for my family, if you would ask anybody about Joy, they would say Joy has one thing that drives her, and is impact. So my motto in life is anywhere you find yourself, try to make an impact, because if your presence does not make an impact, your absence will make no difference. So make an impact today.
All right, so I didn't plan to be here today, and she did not prepare fast speech, so that gives you an idea for you to know the kind of person she is and how proficient she is with what she does. So we'll still talk more about her in another video, but she's taking enough of my spotlight today.
1 hour later.
All right, so I'm moving on to the next thing for today, and before I get on with it, I just want to share something with you guys. If you like, you create. If you like, you consume. It's your choice. However, I just want you to know that the people making it big, the people usually winning in every industry now, are creators. And when you do start creating, be patient. Be very patient. Realize that success rarely happens overnight. It takes time. It takes good time. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of consistency. If you quit too soon, there is no reward.